Yo, what's going on, guys? Brendan Voice here, back at you with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about CDL pros versus Warzone pros, aka pub stompers. So anyways, before I get into the video, please make sure to like the video if you do enjoy and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So if you don't know what's going on, Zuma, basically FaZe Zuma, he was a former Call of Duty player. Everyone knows Zuma. If you don't, well, you probably live on a rock and you don't really know the Call of Duty League scene in general in the first place. So if you already automatically think Warzone players would be better, then you have no idea what the CDL is, or the CWL, or the Call of Duty MLG, everything historically Call of Duty League wise, you wouldn't know at all what that is. Alright, without getting off topic, basically, Zuma hosted 1v1s. He had Call of Duty League pros versus Warzone pros. And basically what had happened was they both hopped on Warzone, or not really Warzone, but Modern Warfare 2019 maps, but they also hopped on Vanguard maps. And basically what they did was, I'm pretty sure it was best of 3, if I'm not mistaken. And what they did was they had it on small maps. I think it was bow cage mainly, and they had radar on the entire time. And already right there, that already screams like red flags to me, because if you're doing 1v1s with radar on, that's not really it's not a good test of skill, in my opinion, at least as far as Warzone players versus Call of Duty players on who's better. Now I know back in the old days it was always like, oh, 1v1 me, bro. Like, if you really think like that's gonna show someone's true skill, like, it's just I don't know. You really don't know Call of Duty then. And basically, anyways, I've been playing Call of Duty since fucking Modern Warfare 3, so I've been playing it for a very long time. And I've also been watching Call of Duty since BO2 days. Complexity, like Nate Shot was on Optic, and it was, what was it, Proofy, Scump, and Big Timer? I think that was the roster at least. But basically, without getting off topic, I've been watching Call of Duty for a very long time as far as the professional scene. I also watch Warzone, but when I'm watching Warzone, I'm not actually watching the sweats, quote unquote. I'm watching like Tim the Tatman, Nick, Swag, like those guys who squad up like that. And the difference between the CDL and Warzone is pubs, right? Like, these guys are dropping into Verdansk, Caldera, the shit map, and they're playing against people that are casuals. Now, sure, some of the players could be good, but they're not playing against other pros. Or if they are, it's very rare they are playing against another pro in their lobby. Now, sure, you can get stream sniped, doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is, when you're playing Warzone, you're playing against public matches people. You're not playing against other pros. When you play CDL, and we'll just say scrims, for example, whenever they practice, they scrim each other. Now, obviously, they shoot bots in custom games, and they might play some public matches, but that's only for warming up. When they're playing scrims, and sometimes they'll do money wagers as well on the side. But when they're playing, they're doing scrims, and during those scrims, we're talking about like 3 teams a day, and they're doing 8-hour grinds to 10-hour grinds, and they're basically playing these same maps over and over and over, and the same game modes over and over. Also, wait, I'm like losing my voice. What the heck?
A few moments later.
So basically, right then and there, these CDL players are playing against other CDL pros, and the way to make the CDL is already tough enough. There's only 4 people per team, other than, like, you know, the substitutes, and there's 12 teams total right now. Which, I mean, sure, in the future there'll be expansions, but we're getting off topic. Basically, there's only 36 total main players per team. In Warzone, we're talking about 150 people per game playing, and maybe 1 or 2 of those squads are actually considered quote-unquote Warzone pros, right? So the skill gap right there automatically screams like, you're not even playing against professional players, so why do you think you would be better at playing against professional players on a team when you gotta know the maps, when you gotta know the game modes, when you gotta know comms, when you gotta trust your teammates, when you gotta play on LAN? Like, there's just, like, it's honestly a joke. I don't understand how people are actually arguing that Warzone players would be better at CDL, then CDL players would be better at Warzone. Because what you're arguing right there is basically saying public match slayers, so pub stompers, would be better than pro players would be at pub stomping. And I just think that's it's a very weird argument. I don't know how this even blew up to begin with, but yeah. Now sure, Shotzi lost some 1v1s, Methods lost some 1v1s, who was it? Even Celium lost some 1v1s, and he's the MVP of COD. But the thing is, when Celium lost his 1v1, he lost on Modern Warfare 2019 to Biffle. Now, Celium hasn't played Modern Warfare since 2019, 2020, I don't know. But the point is, he played Vanguard all year, so obviously when you 1v1 Celium on Vanguard, you're going to lose. Regardless. And he's an AR player, and he shitted on Biffle. And so that right there automatically shows like, yo, this AR player just switched to an MP40 and he fried your ass. So I imagine what this motherfucker would do if you ran an AR and then Celium ran an AR. It wouldn't end good at all. Now, the one thing is, I do think, I'm not saying like Warzone pros can't be, you know, good enough to be in the CDL. But what I'm trying to say is like the players like Biffle and Aiden, they couldn't just walk onto any team and be like, yeah, I'm starting. It's not going to work like that. If they played every single day, 8 hours a day, and they played with their team, then probably it would take at least a year until they can possibly be on a team. Because these players are playing the same game modes every single day. And search and destroy, control, hardpoint, these are different complicated game modes, and not everyone's good at every single game mode. Unless you're Celium, then maybe you're good at everything. But the point is, most people aren't Celium, so basically, you're going to have your strengths, you're going to have your weaknesses, you're going to have your map strengths, you're also going to have your map weaknesses, which is your vetoes, basically. LA Thieves won COD Champs, but they're the most dogshit fucking team at Bocage I've ever seen. They are worse than the Paris Legion at Bocage, and in that, I will literally die on that hill. They are literally worse than the worst team in the league at Bocage. And that's why vetoes are very important when it comes to the CDL. In Warzone, you're playing the same map no matter what. So listen to this clip real quick. This is at COD Champs Hallway. This is LA Thieves versus Boston Breach. Round 11, Game 5, everything's on the line. If LA Thieves lose this map, their whole tournament could have changed. They could have lost COD Champs potentially because they would have been in losers bracket the entire tournament. And there's no guarantees they would have went all the way back up. Because once you're in the winners, after that first day, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. You're warmed up, you know what the environment is, and you're good to go. But just listen to this clip right here.
Down octane. But 45 seconds, the crowd is into it. I don't even know if Boston Breach can think right now with how loud the venue is.
And that makes you wonder as well, in these overtime type of situations, who is going to have the ice to start off this round? Draza does reveal the position. A bit of the AR shots expressed early, and here come Boston firing through middle. It's Envoy, who's able to strike for the first to Breach. They begin to collapse. As that will be three. David, now in a 1v4, it all comes down to him. Bomb planted, and he will be handled. LA Thieves.
Now, do you really think these online pub stompers on Warzone, who have never played on a LAN stage before like this, would be able to fry under these circumstances like this? No, it's not gonna happen. You don't even argue it against me because it's not gonna happen. Now, let's just put it this way, right? Let's just say we got the best Warzone players, put them on a 4-man squad. We put them on a search and destroy on Vanguard, because that's what the current COD is. Obviously, we can do MW2, but it's not out yet. So let's do Vanguard for now. Then you take the 4 best players in COD, then maybe potentially in search and destroy, they could win. Potentially. Because search and destroy is an easier game mode to understand, and when you're playing Warzone, you're playing your life. That's how search is. You're playing your life. So, and control's kind of the same way, but control's more in the face. Now, let's say this Call of Duty team, let's just say like it's Dashy, Celium, Abizi, let's just do like Dashy, Celium, Pred, and Kenny. Those are like the best players last year that I can think of at least. Put those players on the same team, right? put the Warzone players on the same map against them, and give the Warzone players 150 or 100 point lead against those guys, right? So let's just say it's Tuscan Hardpoint, and the Warzone players start the map with a 100 point lead. I guarantee those CDL players will win the map 250 to 140. I guarantee they don't get a full hill because the CDL players are too smart. They know comms. And I will show you an example right here with the LA Thieves as well during COD Champs. They are not the best slayer. Now, they are good at slaying, don't get me wrong, but they are not better than FaZe or like Seattle at slaying. But here's the thing. LA Thieves is smarter. They know the game. They trust their teammates, and that's how they got it done in Major 4 and in COD Champs. And I'll show you an example right here. And basically, it's what they do is they dual comm. So I'll let you listen to the clip, but basically they dual comm. So Octane's talking to Dylan, and then Dylan's talking to Octane, Kenny's talking to Draza, and then Draza's talking to Kenny. But whenever those two are talking to each other, so they'll be making callouts, and Octane's listening to Dylan, and then Dylan's listening to Octane's callouts. But the same time when Kenny and Zach or Draza are talking, they're not tuning those guys out. Like, they're listening like more to the back, but they're listening to their primary duo comm. And I'll just let the clip play, and then I'll explain basically what I mean after the clip.
Short that. They gotta go to top down. We have it. Plant that. Another one there. I'm here. One more. Last. Oh my god!
Okay, so here basically what Octane is saying is I'm out Zach. So he's pushing out of hill. So he's basically telling Zach, hey, you got to stay in hill to get this time. You're the only one here. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm pushing up, making sure Envoy can get back to cover, you know, without taking damage. Then Zach also calls out from top. I saw him mid-truck. Kenny's there watching mid, of course. So Kenny's obviously there to pick him up, although Draws, I'm pretty sure, got the kill there. Then Octane basically says, you know, I have your top maps, which basically just means that he has this cross, basically. So no one can actually cross from top church into the hill. And basically, that just helps Envoy run back to the hardpoint and pretty much regen all his health. And then finally, Kenny says, you know, they gotta go, they don't have time. And basically what that means is, you know, like, they're just gonna pretty much full send front of the hill. No one's flanking, no one's doing anything like that. They're just full out, just going straight into the hardpoint. That's basically what it means. They're just really good at, you know, not tuning the others out, but at the same time retrieving all the information that everyone else is providing, or what their duo is providing. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video again. Please subscribe if you're new, like the video if you enjoyed, all that good stuff. And, you know, maybe in the future we'll have a tournament where there's like 4 Warzone players versus 4 CDL players, and then we could see more of a hardpoint or control match between the two teams, and that will give us a better understanding of why pub stompers can't just roll up and then beat CDL players at their own game. I just don't think it's going to happen. And we can also do a 4-on-4 tournament in squads and see who can get the most kills or win the actual tournament or the actual Warzone map, and just see like stuff like that. But anyways, I don't understand what the whole thing is. I think people are just bored, so we're comparing Modern Warfare Warzone players to Call of Duty Vanguard players right now, and people are just bored. But until Modern Warfare 2 comes out, I'll make sure to post more content. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, this has been Brandon. Peace.